In this week's gospel, we hear from John the Baptist again, or at least not John the Baptist personally, we hear from John the Baptist people, right? So John the Baptist is in prison for preaching against the king, and he's hearing all these things that Jesus is saying and doing, and so he sends some of his followers, and he says, even though he's pointed people to Jesus before and said, this is the Lamb of God, he sent some of his followers to go to Jesus and ask him, are you the Messiah we've been waiting for? Are you the guy? Or should we wait for someone else? Right? And so this is interesting seeing this coming from John the Baptist, right? His job was to prepare the way for Jesus, and at a certain point, he thought, I just need to make sure this is the guy, right? And so the question for us then is, how do we approach Jesus? Is he the guy, right? Is he the one? Is he the Messiah? Or is he just this comfortable character in a book for us, right? A lot of us are very familiar with Jesus. We're comfortable with him to a certain extent. We know the stories, we know some of the things that he supposedly did, but at the end of the day, for a lot of us, he's like a character in a book. And so the question from John the Baptist this week for us all is Jesus the guy? Is he the Messiah? Is he God in the flesh? Or is he just this character in a book? Notice Jesus' response to these guys that come from John the Baptist. He's like, just go back and tell them what I've done. You've seen the deaf hear, the blind see, the dead raised, the poor have the good news preached to them, and blessed is he who doesn't take offense at me. Sometimes we we're comfortable with Jesus when he's this character in a book, but when he's actually God, and that means something in my life and in my household and in my family, we're offended sometimes, right? Myself included, right? I don't want to have to change what I'm doing. I don't want to, this is uncomfortable. I like it better the way that I had it before. We can take offense at Jesus, but Jesus says, blessed are you when you don't take offense at me, and you recognize that I am who I say that I am.